Think you know supercars? Think again. These million-dollar machines are hiding some insane secrets, like gold-plated engines, forbidden paint colors, organs in the front, and cars that can literally text each other. This isn't your average clickbait video. It's a deep dive into the wildest, weirdest, and most unbelievable facts about supercars that no one knows about. When Bugatti began developing the Veyron, they originally wanted an engine with 18 cylinders. 18! But after realizing it would basically be an aircraft engine shoved into a car, they dialed it back to 16. Still, the ambition speaks volumes. For context, most cars have 4 cylinders. The Veyron has enough firepower to tow your mom. When you think of supercars, chances are the first image that hits your brain is a red Ferrari. But here's a plot twist. Ferrari doesn't let just anyone color outside the lines. Want your Ferrari in pink? Ferrari says nope. Strict color rules protect their brand image like it's royalty. Pink, rose gold, even some custom wraps, blacklisted. The company famously refused to sell to Justin Bieber after he mistreated one. That's right, Ferrari keeps a blacklist. Flip a limited edition model too quickly, or disrespect the brand, you'll be cut off for life. Savage. Now let's talk Lamborghini. Ferrari's loud, wild cousin who was literally born out of an argument. Ferruccio Lamborghini was a tractor tycoon who owned a Ferrari. One day, the clutch failed. He complained. Ferrari told him to kick rocks. Ferruccio said, bet, and boom, Lamborghini was born. The first Lambo wasn't just a car, it was a middle finger on wheels. That's not competition, that's revenge engineering. McLaren's F1 was so ahead of its time, it might as well have had warp drive. Designed in the 90s, it used literal gold foil to line the engine bay. Not for flex, okay, a little flex, but primarily for heat insulation. Gold reflects radiant heat better than nearly anything else. That's the kind of solution you would get when engineers go, we could use ceramic, or we could use the crown jewels. Pagani, a brand that treats supercars like sculptures. Every Huayra gear shifter is machined from a single block of aluminum and takes over 24 hours to create. The details are so precise, even bolts are works of art. $80 titanium bolts, each engraved with the Pagani logo. That's not just attention to detail, that's obsession. The Huayra itself is named after an Andean wind god, and when you drive one, it's less car and more divine chariot. Meanwhile, in the heart of Germany, Porsche runs a secret facility called Weissach. Think Area 51 for 911s. Underground tunnels, wind simulations, even climate chambers, all to fine-tune that iconic balance. Want to stand out even more? Porsche's paint-to-sample program lets you match your car to literally anything. Your favorite handbag, your dog's collar, even your ex's eyes, if you're that level of petty. Bugatti doesn't build cars, they build land rockets. But here's the fine print. A set of tires for a Bugatti Chiron? Around $40,000. And you'll need a new set every 2,500 miles. That's not a car, that's a high-speed subscription service. Even crazier, the Veyron's radiator grills cost over $10,000 each. One bump into a curb? That's a down payment on a house. Gone. Sweden gave us IKEA and meatballs. Then came Koenigsegg, and suddenly, Sweden meant one thing: mechanical sorcery. Their free valve tech eliminates the need for camshafts. That's like removing the spine from a body and still expecting it to dance. Each valve is controlled individually, giving the engine insane responsiveness and efficiency. Aston Martin, where luxury meets lunacy. Each car spends over 50 hours in the paint booth alone. That's not assembly, that's a relationship. The DB9 uses Scandinavian leather from cows raised without barbed wire to avoid blemishes. That's right, even the cows live in 5-star resorts. And if you're really wealthy, Aston's Q division will build you a one-off, custom paint, custom interior, even military-grade tech. It's like James Bond, but personal. The SSC Tuatara, Americans shot at the hypercar throne. It hit headlines with a claimed top speed of over 330 miles an hour. Except the world wasn't buying it. The footage didn't match the telemetry. People brought out rulers and math, and suddenly SSC had a controversy. But they bounced back with verified runs over 282 miles an hour, still blisteringly fast. The Tuatara's name comes from a New Zealand lizard, but the car? It's pure missile, designed with fighter jet inspiration and built to shred air like it owes them money. Now, Rimac Navara. If electric cars were superheroes, this thing is Flash Gordon meets Iron Man. 0 to 60? Under 2 seconds. That's quicker than most motorcycles, and yes, faster than a Formula One car. And it does it silently. No roar, no drama, just whoosh. The Navara is so fast that Rimac had to invent new tire tech to keep it from vaporizing rubber. And here's a fun twist. Their battery and electric tech is so elite, Koenigsegg and Aston Martin now use Rimac's technology in their own hypercars. That's electric dominance. Think Lambos are all flex and flames? Think again. The Italian police were gifted Lamborghini Huracans, but not for chasing speeders. No, they're organ delivery vehicles. Yep, they rush donor organs to hospitals across Italy at 200 miles an hour. The frunk is refrigerated. Sirens blaze. Somewhere, a liver arrives in a $300,000 carbon fiber coffin. That's what I call express shipping. Ever heard of the Lycan Hypersport? It costs $3.4 million, has diamond-encrusted headlights, and starred in Fast and Furious 7 when it flew between skyscrapers. Sounds fake, but it's real. Built by W Motors out of the Middle East, it's more jewelry than vehicle. The interior, stitched with gold thread. The dashboard, holographic. It's like Tony Stark's weekend whip. Supercars don't just move fast, they sound like thunder. And Ferrari? They literally hire sound engineers to fine-tune their engines like an orchestra. No joke. Every rev, every downshift growl is curated like a film score. The goal? Make you feel like you're a Roman gladiator at 7,000 RPM. Some call it excessive. I call it art with pistons. McLaren Speedtail ditched side mirrors. Too old school. Instead, cameras. The mirrors fold in for aerodynamics and feed live video to your dash. The car even changes shape while driving. Active aero flaps adjust in real time to slice through the air. It's not a car. It's a fighter jet with leather seats and British manners. The Bugatti Chiron comes with not one, but two keys. Why? Because the second one, the legendary speed key, unlocks its full top speed potential. Without it, you're capped at a modest 236 miles an hour. But with the speed key, you're cleared for takeoff, up to 261 miles an hour. It's like activating a hidden boss mode. And that extra power? It comes with extra tests. The car lowers itself, the rear wing adjusts, and everything clicks into rocket mode. It's the closest thing to launching a nuclear warhead on wheels. Most supercars have 7, maybe 8 gears. The Koenigsegg Regera said, nah, gears are for mortals. Instead, it uses a direct drive system. No traditional gearbox at all. Power goes straight from the engine to the wheels, assisted by electric motors. It's smoother, faster, and just a masterpiece. When you floor it, there's no gear shift delay, just relentless continuous acceleration. It feels like time folding in on itself. McLaren F1 tires aren't just rubber, they're rare artifacts. A full set can cost over $50,000. Why? Because they're custom made, can only be produced in select batches, and have to go through extreme heat cycles to match the original spec. It's like trying to find a tailor-made suit from the 90s, but for a car that hits 240 miles an hour. The Koenigsegg CCXR isn't just a monster, it's an eco-monster. It runs on E85 biofuel, which is derived from corn and sugarcane. Think Mad Max meets Whole Foods. The crazy part? E85 gives it more horsepower than regular fuel. So while you're saving the planet, kind of, you're also unleashing more beast. Who says being green can't come with 1,000 plus horses? The Carrera GT is stunning. It's also unforgiving. The clutch is infamous, ceramic, race spec, and aggressive. So aggressive, in fact, it's been blamed for multiple high-profile crashes. This isn't a car you casually cruise in. It demands respect, attention, and a left foot forged in motorsport. Gorgeous? Yes, but mess up and it bites. Ferrari doesn't play around with their brand, even when it comes to charities. One organization used their logo without permission for a fundraiser and got a cease and desist. Harsh? Maybe, but Ferrari's brand control is ironclad. They'll go after anyone, celebrities, businesses, even well-meaning do-gooders, if the prancing horse is misused. The Koenigsegg logo? It's a ghost, a nod to their original factory, a former Swedish Air Force base known as the Ghost Squadron. The name stuck, and now every Koenigsegg carries that spectral badge. It's speed with history, legacy with horsepower, and possibly the only supercar brand haunted by its own excellence. Ever wonder why Lamborghinis have all those hexagons in their designs? It's not just for looks, it's inspired by carbon atoms. That six-sided shape shows up in their seats, taillights, even the air vents. It's science meets style. chemistry class, but make it raging V10 art. The McLaren Senna is basically a street-legal race car, and it sounds like one. Its exhaust system is made from Inconel, a metal alloy used in Formula One cars and fighter jets. It can withstand temperatures over 1,000 degrees Celsius. When it screams at full throttle, it's louder than your mixtape and about 100 times faster. Want to feel like James Bond? Aston Martin's Q division exists solely to make your spy dreams come true. One-off builds, secret compartments, paint jobs matched to your watch. If you can dream it, Q can build it. They've even added biometric security to doors and hidden weapons cabinets for VIP clients. Real-life 007 stuff. The Huayra BC isn't just a performance model, it's a tribute. The BC stands for Benny Caiola, Pagani's very first customer and an early supercar collector who believed in Horacio Pagani's vision before anyone else did. Pagani honored him with a car so advanced, it's borderline alien. The materials, the craftsmanship, even the soul, all dedicated to one man. It's not just carbon fiber, it's legacy woven in titanium. Look at the SSC Tuatara, and you'll notice one thing. It doesn't look like it belongs on Earth. That's because its design was inspired by fighter jets. Every surface is sculpted for airflow, downforce, and stealth. The result? A car that doesn't just break speed records. It looks like it's trying to escape gravity itself. Before it was the Taycan, Porsche's first EV was known initially as Mission E, a covert project designed to challenge Tesla. It was kept under wraps for years. Engineers tested prototypes under camouflaged bodies and codenames. When it was finally revealed, it wasn't just an electric car. It was a shot across the bow. Porsche wasn't playing catch-up. It was rewriting the rules. The Miura wasn't supposed to be a supercar. Originally, Lamborghini wanted a grand touring car. Comfy, classy, chill. But the engineers got creative. They moved the engine to the middle, beefed it up, and made it outrageously low. The result? The world's first real supercar. Sometimes, rule-breaking creates icons. Back to those Italian police Huracans, because they get even crazier. Some are equipped with drones for aerial surveillance. It's not just a car. It's Batman's utility belt with wheels. Imagine being chased not just by a V10 engine, but by a camera drone hovering overhead. It's equal parts justice and intimidation. Bugattis run hot, real hot. That's why their cooling system is one of the most complex in the industry, with 10 radiators and a value rivaling some entire vehicles. The Veyron's cooling system alone costs more than a new BMW, so yeah, maybe don't take it through the drive-thru. It's not just a flex to have a fire extinguisher in your supercar, it's practical. When you're dealing with 1,000 plus horsepower, exotic materials, and engine bays that double as saunas, fires aren't just a risk, they're a thing. Many owners quietly keep one behind the seat, just in case that Friday night flex session ends in spontaneous combustion. The McLaren P1 is about as close as you can get to driving an F1 car on public roads. With a hybrid system pulled straight from racing tech and active aero that adjusts on the fly, it's a car that doesn't just drive, it strategizes. It adapts, it thinks. It's the smartest weapon you'll ever see on four wheels. Exotic metals are standard in this world. Lamborghini uses titanium bolts, Koenigsegg uses magnesium wheels, Bugatti's Veyron uses gold in some engine parts. Why? Weight savings, strength, and flex, all in one. The materials list for these cars reads like Iron Man's shopping cart. The Jesco includes something called lift mode, a system that raises the car to clear speed bumps and steep driveways, because scraping the carbon lip on a $3 million machine, that's not just pain, that's emotional damage. The AMG 1 literally uses a Formula One engine, not just inspired by F1, the engine. That means it had to be adapted to idle lower, cool better, and pass emissions, without removing its soul. Mercedes even brought in F1 engineers to help with the conversion. This isn't an F1-inspired car, it's an F1-descended car. The Rimac Nevera can communicate with other vehicles in real time, sharing position, braking, and lane data. Think of it like car-to-car texting. It's the beginning of a future where vehicles talk, and accidents ghost each other. Ferrari's ghost engine systems emit sound even when the RPMs are low. It gives the illusion of speed, even when you're cruising. It's sound engineering that fools the ear and flatters the ego. You're going 35, but you sound like you're doing 80. Let's end where we began, with insanity. The Lamborghini Huracan can shoot flames over 3 feet long. Not from a flamethrower, from the exhaust. So when you hear one pop and crackle in traffic, that's not a glitch. That's Italian rage therapy.